You're going to talk about a little earlier.
Oh, Dave, there's a bunch of stuff.
Well, let's bring it up.
Let's start with USAID, United States Agency for International
Yeah, what is
Development.
that exactly?
I'm fixing to tell you.
Good.
That beast was created in 1961.
Yeah.
And the intention of the legislation that created that was to help developing countries develop as democracies or representative republics. If you look at what it is today, or what it was until a couple of days ago, this thing has turned into a monster. Let me give you the background. If you remember, in the early 1970s through the mid-1970s, the CIA was investigated by Congress.
Yeah.
You recall that? There were congressional hearings that attempted to look up the skirt of the CIA and see what sort of illicit activities they were performing. So the CIA went more covert. Hey, guys, we can't do these black bag stuff anymore because there's too many congressmen and other investigators looking at it.
Yeah.
So what do you say we take over USAID? And they did.
Uh-huh.
USAID was, like I said, was intended to develop representative republics all over the world.
Yeah.
Spread democracy.
And one thing you got to remember is that the CIA, they're not elected. Nobody voted for these guys to be in. They're completely independent of the government.
And much of their money is off the books.
Yeah.
USAID is much off the books as well. So if you look at the good things that these folks have done, they do distribute vaccines to underdeveloped countries. They do distribute some food. They help with drilling wells. That's the good side. The bad side is pretty dark. They have been used, at least in the Obama and Biden administrations, as propaganda arms. How did they do that? I got some numbers for you. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
USAID has contributed to Politico since 2015. $35,018,269.
Wow. Yeah.
Dow Jones. Well, you think of Dow Jones as the industrial average, right? The stock average. Dow Jones has some other arms too, and part of those involves broadcasting. They gave Dow Jones about $4 million in the last 15 years or so. Associated Press, our supposedly independent news organization, $50 million over the last 12 years. New York Times, $3,107,520. This is money transferred. Now, this is your tax money, Dave, that is being transferred to these organizations towards what end? Propaganda.
Propaganda and election denial.
And censorship of
conservatives. It goes deeper because, as you recall, John F. Kennedy was murdered in 1963. Martin Luther King, 1968, and right around there, Bobby Kennedy.
Yeah.
And we're wondering, they got the papers on this now.
Yes.
Okay.